Hi guys, I am Sandeep. I am one of the co-founders at Polygon ecosystem. At Polygon Technology, and I take care of the the business side of the and the ecosystem side of the things. And this session is focused around getting to give everyone an update on where Polygon is, and and especially also focusing more on, because it's been still like 6, 7, 8 months since we kind of expanded from Matic Network to Polygon. So conveying the idea of Polygon and what we are going to do over there. So first off, like, what exactly is Polygon, right? So previously, if you see, we were building, if you can see my pointer on the screen, that we were doing with Matic Network, we were doing building a Plasma, which is one kind of scalability solution for Ethereum. And what we realized along our journey is that there is no one solution fits all for all the people who want to build on blockchains. Secondly, not everyone is looking for same trade-off. Some people want more scalability, where and then they are okay with little bit of less security and decentralization. Not like a complete lack of it, but little bit less on the spectrum. We say decentralization is a spectrum. And then similarly, there would be some other players who would want extreme decentralization and extreme security because of the, let's say, high value being traded on their application. So, and then there will be some enterprises who would want like complete separate chain for themselves, and they want to, use it for their applications and whatnot, and need privacy and whatnot. So it was very clear in our mind after, because, as many people would know, that Polygon today, after Ethereum, is the most adopted solution in terms of the number of applications that are building in the whole world right now. And like from all the blue chips of DeFi to gaming and metaverses and whatnot, like most of the applications that you would see, they would have a Polygon store already. So we are very well known for adoption, and we have been speaking to so many developers over the last many years. And we realized that in order to create a long-lasting protocol which is used by a huge number of developers, we need to cater to multiple demands, right? So that's when we expanded from Matic Network to this whole whole diagram that you see as Polygon, which is a multi-chain, Ethereum's multi-chain ecosystem. Basically, there will be the thesis is that Ethereum is eventually going to be the ultimate settlement layer, and on top of it, you will have these various constellations or various kind of chains who will be connecting directly back into Ethereum. And we have actually already announced or kind of delivered multiple of our solutions. We are, for example, our proof of stake and Plasma chain, which is like extremely adopted. We also launched the Polygon SDK, with which the developers can launch their own chains. We recently announced a data availability chain, which is going to be very crucial as the layer 2 rollups become more and more mainstream, and in order to reduce the transaction cost on those rollups, because they have to commit data back to Ethereum, which can be very costly. So data availability chain. Similarly, on the enterprise side, there is a lot of things going on, and one of our biggest bets as a platform would be on the zero knowledge technology, where we believe that in the next 2 to 3 months, the homework that we have done in the last 5 to 6 months, we will be one of the powerhouses of zero knowledge technology and research in the space. Essentially, if you want to think of Polygon, it's basically an aggregator for multiple scaling solutions. It can cater to various different kinds of decentralized execution demands for the developers. So that's about the technology and what we are building. And like our journey has been pretty long, and like we started in 2017, and we did our IEO on Binance on 2019, and then our mainnet was launched in 2020. And since then, there has been a huge wave of adoption. And some marquee investors like Mark Cuban and all that invested in Polygon. We recently announced Polygon SDK, and Polygon Studios also was announced, which is specifically our division to focus on gaming and NFTs. And as you would already know, in terms of the Web3 gaming, many of the unfortunately we don't have Axie, but apart from Axie, like if you see the number 2, number 3, number 4, like many of those in the top 10, you would see many of those applications used today Polygon as their home for their scalability needs. And we believe that this will keep going up, especially in the Web3 gaming. I'm pretty sure if you speak to 10 different games, a random set of 10 different games in the space, you will hear from probably 6 or 7 that they are using Polygon for their scalability needs. And then in our Q4 we expect to launch Polygon Avail, full launch of Polygon Avail data availability chain. And apart from that, rollups and standalone chains, like more secured and more kind of robust versions of the standalone chains. Basically, the goal is to convert Ethereum into this multi-chain ecosystem which caters to the needs of dApps, and as well as like settlement requirements. So some of these stats might be a bit older, and the markets have also kind of changed, but we already have 500 plus dApps onboarded, and if I include the number of applications which are already building on the platform, it would go into probably now 4 digits, probably north of 1,000, because there are just so many applications building Polygon. The DeFi TVL, I had checked a few days back, it was like around 8.5 to $10 billion, and depending upon market conditions, it keeps going up and down. We have around 7 million plus transactions every day, which includes like many of the blue chip applications and all that, and many of them like Compound, Aave, and Aave, and many of the other protocols use for example Chainlink very heavily for their DeFi protocols, and we are seeing a large number of such applications. Recently 0x protocol also announced their stats. They have done I think $1 billion plus in the transactions in the last 3, 4 or 4, 5, 6 weeks since they launched. We are fairly decentralized. I would say that in terms of Ethereum secondary layer solutions, Polygon is probably the most decentralized with 100 plus validators. And the market cap also, although is keeps changing, we are around this one. And then some of the stats you want to see, that number of user wallets and the transaction costs and everything. The key differentiators of Polygon is like basically we focus very heavily on the user experience, and we are very long on Ethereum ecosystem, so we keep all our solutions very ETH compatible and interoperable. And then the main reason is that basically to provide these multiple scaling frameworks for the developers, which they can easily use for their solutions. And then this is basically a snapshot of our ecosystem. I think like there is now an updated version of this, which is even more overwhelming. There's like just a huge number of applications and ecosystem providers, and we also believe in creating a production ready chain. So we take pride in having that. And we today, if you see in terms of the wallets, most of the wallets support Polygon. Most of the tooling providers, for example Infura, which provides the RPC for MetaMask, and I think Ethereum is Polygon is the second chain after Ethereum which for which they are providing RPC solutions. Alchemy and all the other big players in the space provide RPC solutions to Polygon. Similarly, on the on-ramp, like fiat on-ramp, almost all the top players have launched native on-ramps. And the biggest thing is also all the top tier exchanges, including Binance, Huobi, OKEX, and much more are coming in the future. They all have natively integrated Polygon mainnet. So you don't even need to exit to Ethereum. You can move your funds into exchanges and move in and out just via the Polygon mainnet itself. So these are some of the highlights from our side, and hope it was informative for you guys for Polygon ecosystem. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sandeep. Appreciate your time here. I have questions as always. So let me ask you one real quick while we have you. You mentioned native on-ramps, how many projects are building these already. Is that what you guys are seeing? What are you seeing more of? People coming from a bridge like Ethereum or onto some of these native on-ramps, or is it too early to tell really yet?
So see, if you go by the traffic right now, of course, the larger traffic is via the main bridge, because that's where the massive amounts come in. But what the help of these on-ramp solutions is basically, especially for the gaming and NFT use cases, where the developers want to provide lucid experiences where the user doesn't even know. Like we always keep saying that one of our goals by providing this tooling is to make blockchain invisible. So on-ramps is a very important part in that, where as a user you are playing a game and you are swiping your card, you buy some NFT, you do purchases, play to earn, and those kind of things. You kind of earn more stuff, and then you have off-ramp where you can directly take your money off the platform, right? So I mean, those are the things, those are the user experiences we want to achieve with the level of tooling available on Polygon.
Well, I have you here. You mentioned multiple scaling options for developers, and you also mentioned composability. In your team's longer term vision, are those things that stack that developers will use multiple of, or is it like pick and choose one, or do you have a vision of that yet?
Yes. So we believe that all these scaling technologies are going to be commoditized, like you have, let's say, on AWS as a developer. When you go, you have various different kind of server technology, operating systems on which you can launch and build your applications. We believe that all these infrastructure technologies are going to be eventually commoditized. And what we are building is basically a one-stop shop for a decentralized shop, in that sense, for the developer, where developer can simply come and based on some parameters, he gets to know that, okay, this is the most appropriate platform for me, whether it can be a standalone chain or it can be a public chain which has integrations to exchanges and whatnot, and then he simply goes ahead and deploys that. The next level thing, which could be at least like a few years away, the next level thing could be where people are able to build these interfaces where developer simply comes and presents his code and all that, builds his code and simply says, okay, these are my parameters, deploy. And the developer doesn't even need to know where exactly the code is getting deployed, which solution is being used, as far as it fulfills their trade-offs. And that would be like the kind of the super cycle of a developer adoption. But I think that's pretty far away. But in the short run, yes, developers will be able to choose based on parameters which solution suits them most.
It's okay by me to talk a couple years out, because I got into crypto a couple years ago, and now the things that everyone was excited about, cross-chain compatibility, layer 2 solutions, those are real, and you can transact. You can bridge to Polygon, and you can track on, do transactions. So stuff does come to fruition. London upgrade just happened, so those things do happen, even if they take some time. Sandeep, thank you so much for coming and presenting this vision of Polygon and the Polygon ecosystem. When games go live on Polygon or any project, send them to me. I want to talk to them as well, so we can feature them on some YouTube channels and things as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here.
Our pleasure.